This is BBC World News. I'm David Eads. The headlines. New York and the neighbouring states of New Jersey and Connecticut are introducing a 14-day quarantine for visitors from 8 other American states which have high rates of coronavirus infection. The Australian airline Qantas is to cut at least 6,000 jobs. It will also ground 100 aircraft for up to a year as it deals with the impact of the coronavirus pandemic. Russians are being asked to approve changes to the constitution which would remove term limits for the presidency, and it could allow Vladimir Putin to remain in office up till 2036. And the Eiffel Tower is to reopen to the public after being closed for 3 months during the coronavirus outbreak. Visitors and staff will be asked to maintain social distancing. Those are the headlines.
This is AP News Minute. The governors of New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut are asking visitors from states with high coronavirus rates to quarantine for 14 days. Texas and Florida are among the affected states, with the travel advisory beginning Thursday. Wisconsin's governor activated the National Guard to protect state property after a night of violence. Protest over the arrest of a black man continued Wednesday night, but there were no immediate reports of violence. A group of business, residents, and property owners joined together to sue the city of Seattle. They say the city's tolerance of the occupied protest zone deprived them of their rights to their property. President Trump says some of the 10,000 military personnel being pulled out of Germany will be sent to Poland. Trump has criticized Germany for not meeting NATO's defense spending goals. Tim McGuire, The Associated Press, with AP News Minute.
The Trump administration has drawn up a list of companies from China that have ties to the country's military, which may lay the groundwork for fresh U.S. sanctions. They include tech giant Huawei, the video surveillance company Hikvision, as well as China Mobile and China Telecom, both of which are publicly listed in New York. The document was seen by Reuters on Wednesday, and a U.S. defense official speaking on condition of anonymity confirmed its authenticity and said the document had been sent to Congress. Huawei was placed on a trade blacklist last year over national security concerns, and Washington has led an international campaign to convince its allies to exclude Huawei when setting up their 5G networks. The Pentagon putting these companies on the list doesn't trigger penalties per se, but it's compiled as part of a 1999 law that says the president may impose sanctions, which could include blocking all the company's property. It will also likely add to tensions between the U.S. and China, the world's 2 largest economies. They've been butting heads over a litany of grievances recently, including the global health crisis and Beijing's move to impose security laws on Hong Kong.